and gentlemen, once again, good evening. I hope you're having a good time. I'd like to confirm to all of you that our chief guest is finally here, which means we are ready to begin our program. But for us to do that, we'd like to start with a procession, and I'll be requesting all those, humbly and kindly, all those who will be receiving the conferment of fellowship to be upstanding and to join me outside briefly so that I can give you the directions on how the proceedings for the evening will start and commence. Kindly and humbly, all those who will be receiving the fellowship conferment, please, let's meet outside so that we can get all the information that we require for us to be able to proceed this evening. Asante sana, karibuni, tupatane nje, wale wote ambao watakuwa wanapokea tuzo ya conferment for fellowship. Asante sana. Once again, I'd like to encourage those who are coming in to please do that hastily so that we can start our program. Our chief guest is about to leave the VIP lounge to come and join us. And I'm still humbly and kindly requesting those who will be receiving the Conferment Fellowship to please be upstanding and follow me outside. I still am waiting for a number of those who will be receiving the Conferment Fellowship to come and join me outside so that we can start our program. Karibuni, those who are coming in, please try and hastily make it into the hall so that we can start our program in good time. We're running late. Time is already spent, and I'd like all those who are still outside to please come in, find a seat so that we can settle down and start our program. Nataka watu wote walioko hapa mlangoni tafadhali tuondoke, nianze nafasi ya wageni na wale ambao wanapokea tuzo siku ya leo. Tafadhali. Bwana Chipchip, Daktari Chipchip. Registration, tufanye mbio tafadhali eh? For those who are coming in, let's do it quickly so that we can start our program. DJ, endelea. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting our program in exactly 1 minute. Those who are still standing, please find a place to sit so that we can begin our program. Asante sana. May we all be silent as we follow the proceedings. And once the procession gets into the hall, I'd like to request all of you to be upstanding so that we can welcome those who will be receiving the Conferment Fellowship as they're brought in by the Administration Police Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's all be upstanding and we can applaud them as and when we like. This is a celebration, so let's welcome them with a round of applause. Let's congratulate them. Let's clap for them, ladies and gentlemen. Asante sana. Upstanding for the national anthem and the East Africa anthem. Still standing, I'd like us to say the kiss and prayer, and I want you to read it with me in Swahili. It's right. Distinguished fellows, those who will be receiving the conferment of fellowship, mabibi na mabwana, familia, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Naona kidogo wengine ni kama ambaye wanaogopa shughuli hii. Hii shughuli ni ya kusikia raha, si ndio bwana chairman? Si umetualika tujivinjari kabisa. Shima, if you give me permission, nataka nikueleze tu wale ambao wako hapa ni wageni. Hawa ni tuwapigie fellows makofi, kissing fellows tafadhali. Shangwe na nderemo tafadhali 2025. Jamani, kuna Gala Energies hapa, tuwapigie makofi. Wamekaa, wamerembeka. Hapa kuna Kionza Technopolis, makofi kwao tafadhali. Kirinyaga County Government wamekuja Nairobi, wanajionea vile kuna kana. Kirinyaga kuna kaje? Kuna sherehe kama hizi? Ama Christmas zitakuwa na DTB hapa. Makofi kwa DTB tafadhali. Insurance brokers ndio hawa. Makofi kwao tafadhali. University Fund. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, CPF is here. Makofi kwao. Kasneb. Had I mentioned Kasneb? Not yet. Kasneb. Ladies and gentlemen. Hawa ni wenzangu, nitawataja baadaye. Wale wako nyuma. Hapa ni reserved. Hey, makofi for reserved. Makofi for reserved. MP Shah Hospital, ladies and gentlemen. Let's congratulate. Sana. Now, si nimewafanya mmesikia mko warm kidogo eh? Nani nimemsahau kwa niaba ya mheshimiwa mgeni wa heshima? KRA is here, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya Revenue Authority. Hawa ni wale wa kututoza ushuru, tunawapenda. Manake kutoa ushuru ni kujitegemea. PPRA, ladies and gentlemen, makofi kwao. Finally, give yourselves a round of applause for looking lovely, lovely, lovely today. Tafadhali, angalia mwenzako, umwambie, ai, huyu si wewe, karibu ufanane na wewe. Tafadhali, mwambie tu mwenzako, huyu si wewe, karibu ufanane na wewe. Mwambie tu jana huko unakaa hivi. Mwambie leo umetokelezea. Mwambie tu jana ofisini, mwambie tu jana ofisini hauko hivi. Hey, but you guys are looking dapper. Yeah? So, sindio? Watu wametokezea, So, gentlemen, let's be kind enough. Tuwapigie the ladies makofi. Wamerembeka kweli kweli. Sindio? Haya. Halafu, kama kuna mtu amevaa bow tie, ako karibu na wewe, mpigie makofi tafadhali. Halafu, kama kuna mtu amevaa tie, a gentleman or a lady, amevaa tie nzuri, iko bado na lebo ya dukani, mpigie makofi tafadhali. Asante. All of you people are looking wonderful. I just want you guys to feel free, okay? I don't want you to be stiff. This is going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. A little bird tells me maybe we might celebrate and dance. Christmas is around the corner. Maybe our chief guest might dance. You never know. Maybe, sijui. Sindio, Kwa hivyo ni sherehe nzuri. Sawa sawa. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I know all of you know why we're here. That's why we have come looking the way we are. It's going to be a wonderful night. As I mentioned earlier, the first Fellowship Conferment Congregation and the 6th Spurs Excellent Awards 2025. It's a tight program, so very briefly, this is what we're going to do. I'll invite two very key speakers to come and start us off with the opening remarks. And then immediately after that, we'll go into the official ceremony, which is very formal. The Fellowship Conferment Ceremony. We'll proceed with that. It might take about an hour or so. And then after that, we will have dinner and then come back and settle and then move on to the second part of the program, which is the awards. So many awards. Sijui nani atakayepokea, but here's the thing. Whoever is going to get lucky today to get an award, please, even if you know you're likely to get one, when you're called up here, please act surprised. Yani piga nduru, ukae kwa meza unaangalia mtu, haya, nimi nimeitwa. Ili uitwe mara mbili, si ndio Sawa sawa. Mabibi na mabwana, komea hapo kwa sasa. Because right now, a first speaker to come and make his introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Chief Executive Officer and the Secretary of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, Mr. Kenneth Matiba, MBS, and Member Kizim. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Nimrod, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Mr. Felix Kosgei, EGH, and also a KISI member, our Chairman, Mr. John Karani, MBS, and all council members who are present. We recognize the presence of Council Member Moses Somondi, Council Member Marianne Karanja, Council Member Fidel Mwema, Council Member Enoch Kirungu, and Council Member Makanda, and the other council members will be joining us shortly. All accounting officers who are here, the CEOs, MDs, and Director Generals, particularly the Director General PPRA and the CEO KISEB, the nominating committee for the fellowship conferment, and the Spurs Awards judges, all members of KISIM, my colleagues from the KISIM Management and Secretariat, professional colleagues, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Good evening one more time. You know, during dinner people eat, and therefore the energy should be also forthright. Good evening one more time. I take this earliest opportunity to welcome you to this first congregation of the Fellowship or KISIM and the 6th edition of the Spurs Excellence Awards. It is my honor and pleasure to address you on this special occasion as we gather to celebrate excellence, professionalism, and distinguished service within supply chain profession. And before I make further remarks, please allow me to introduce those in attendance in this event for the appreciation of our chief guest. I know we have our corporate colleagues who have been recognized. We also have our development partners from the World Bank, from GIZ, and from UNDP who has joined us. We have the judges who have worked hard to put together this auspicious occasion in terms of the awards that we will be presenting this night. And we also have the nominating committee. The committed team, head of public service, that has worked together to put together this important event. And I think because they're very special to me, I want to request that they just be upstanding where they are so that we can recognize and appreciate them. My colleagues, I know you are many, but please just come forward so that the chief guest can be able to recognize your faces, even as I introduce you. Okay, DJ, in the interest of time, because I know we are pressed of time, I want to introduce my colleagues who are here. The guy in red is called Dr. Ezekiel Chichir. Dr. Ezekiel Chichir is the Director Capacity Development and Accreditation. The gentleman next to him is Mr. Nicholas Wafula. Mr. Nicholas Wafula is the Head of Finance. The next is Judith Opili. She's our Corporation Legal Services. The next one is Daisy Chepkorir. She's our Marketing Officer. And the next one is Naomi Jelimo, the Director Corporate Services. Maybe we can move a bit so that we introduce you as we, yeah. The next gentleman is the one who keeps us on check in terms of internal controls, the Deputy Director in charge of internal audits, Alfonso Tachi. We have Mary Mutugi, Advocate, the Director Standards and Compliance. We have Stella Mutanu, Head of HR and Admin. We have our Deputy Director in charge of Marketing and Communications, Madam Ruth Randa. We have our Acting Registrar, Felista Lekaram. We have Jojo Yo, a Registration Officer. And then we have John, who is our HR officer. Please join me in clapping for this wonderful team. I do that because KISM has a very unique mandate that if you are not having a strong team, you cannot be able to deliver on, and this team is working day and night in the interest of making a difference. And with that said, again, ladies and gentlemen, for the accounting officers who are present, please just be upstanding where you are so that we can introduce and also recognize you. Here I can see the accounting officers, and because they're not too big for the podium, please allow me, my brothers and sisters, to just request that you be upstanding and just come in front so that the head of public service can also be able to appreciate your presence here. How are you, my friend? So we have the acting CEO, United Fund, head of public service, Dr. Edwin Wanyonyi, was also a staff at KISM. He just resigned, and then he became the acting CEO, Universities Fund. My brother, Daktari, is someone that you mentor both of us together, the CEO of IGTRC. Welcome, my brother. My brother, Dr. Ongisa, is the CEO of KISEP, our sister institution. Our brother, Dr. Robbie, is the CEO of Anti-Counterfeit Agency, and we work together in instilling ethics and integrity in the anti-counterfeit sector. And then we have Engineer Adoch, who is the CEO of the Association of Consulting Engineers of Kenya. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters, for coming. And many more CEOs will be joining us shortly. And I think with that done, in the interest of time, I wish to just say the following as I stop. One is to say that the tonight's Spurs Awards and Fellowship Conferment ceremony is more than a recognition event. It is a reaffirmation of our collective commitment to uphold the highest standards of professional practice and ethical conduct, institutional leadership, and nurturing the profession for a profound and impactful future. To our Spurs awardees, in anticipation, allow me to extend our heartfelt congratulations in earnest. Your achievements reflect the highest level of performance, innovation, and impact in our field of procurement and supply chain management. You are setting the benchmark not only for your peers in the profession, but for the next generation of professionals. Your dedication reminds us that excellence is achievable when we combine competence, character, and purpose. To our newly to be conferred fellows for the first time, your elevation to this distinguished rank represents years of service, significant contribution, and unwavering dedication to the profession. Fellowship is the Institute's highest honor, and it signifies trust in your leadership, your experience, and your influence. We thank you for continuing to champion for the values and mission of the Institute, and we at the KISM management, we are looking forward to welcoming you to the Fellowship congregation, and we commit to collaborate, cooperate, and coordinate effectively when it comes to your responsibilities as fellows, as we work together for a better, credible, and impactful profession. At the KISM management, once again, we remain committed to supporting the council, led by our chairman, Mr. John Karani, in delivering a strong, responsive, and forward-looking institution. In the recent past, we have continued to strengthen our systems, enhance member services, improve regulatory compliance, and drive programs that advance professional development. These achievements would not have been possible without the guidance of the KISM Council, the commitment of our distinguished members, and the trust placed in us by our partners and stakeholders. And we thank the government, Honorable Chief Guest, most sincerely, especially the Executive Office of the President, for watching on our progress and for the support in making a difference. We particularly thank you, Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, for recently recognizing the Institute for visibility in the deployment of regulatory action with clear and demonstrable results. I think we need to clap for the Office of the President. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate tonight's honorees, let us be reminded of the need to embrace responsibility and accountability, because recognition also comes with responsibility. Excellence must be sustained, shared, and multiplied. Let us continue working together as we build a profession not only by expertise, but by integrity, accountability, and service to the society. And we are very, very pleased to report to you, Head of Public Service, that we are working with many stakeholders, including the Office of the Auditor General, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, the Judiciary, among other actors, and we recognize the presence of the Deputy Auditor General, my former colleague, Ms. CPA Isaac Nganga, who is representing the Auditor General tonight. Once again, congratulations to all our award recipients and fellows. The Institute celebrates you, and we look forward to your continued contribution to the profession. And with those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I request you to join me welcoming the chairman of the KISM Council, Mr. John Karani, to take over the program.
Thank you so much. Bonasio, let's appreciate Bonasio one more time. Wow, you do really look beautiful up here, and see our fellows here resplendent in their new attire. And I must tell you, when I chief guest, we also have our candidates here who I must acknowledge for working very hard to campaign to join the leadership of KISM. So let's appreciate them. All right. You know, it's crisscrossing. I think our elections are worse than the one of the county, or even it's national elections, isn't it? These guys have crisscrossed the whole county. So allow me to welcome you all here. It's really our very first national dialogue that also incorporates the Spurs Awards, which is the very first time we are doing our fellowship awards, and we're very happy to say that we'll be there. So let me start off with my speech. Formally, to the chief guest, Honorable Felix Kosgei, EGH, distinguished my fellow council members. Allow me at this moment actually to ask my council members to kindly come at the podium. Mukuje muonekane kidogo. If you can kindly come over, my colleagues in the council. Yeah, you can give them. Okay, thank you. Councillor Moses Omondi is right here to my immediate left. Councillor Fidel Mwema is right next. Yeah, you can put your hand up. The Kungulu Kwangalaman. CM Mark Kanda, right there. CM Marianne Karanja, and CM Enoch from PPRA, who is the alternate to the DG. Where are the others? Okay, these are the ones who are here. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I always do that. Like the CEO said, it's a team effort. It's not a one-man show. It's not a one-woman show. If I do not have these men and women in the council, will not go very far. So I must appreciate them every time. So the CEO, who has been here, Kenneth Matiba and his team, who really worked very hard to implement and execute what we as a council give them. By the CEO, of course, PPRA, and of course our director at the Public Procurement Authority, Public Procurement Directorate, Director Korir, who has been a great supporter of KISM, our nominating committee, the Spurs Awards judges who are also here, esteemed members who, you're the people who make this what it is. So I want to thank each of you for being here today. The professional colleagues, invited guests who have been here, good evening. It is my honor and indeed a great privilege to present this year's Spurs Award So is with our first edition of the Fellows, first since KISS came into existence. And so by a very strange coincidence, today we'll be celebrating 18 years and 18 fellows, which is incredible. Let's together. Chairman, viewboard, thank you. Thank you for coming, sir. Asante sana. I don't know why you're sitting there. You should be seated, but it's okay. I will love. Thank you so much for being here. 18 years, it means we should have started about in 2008 or 2009 with a fellowship program, but it is never too late to do the right thing, and we are doing it 18 years down the road, acknowledging 18 members, one for every year that we have spent. It tells you it's a very tough one. So we'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize those who participated in the formation of KISM. And today, I would want to recognize, and I know there's one of Patrick Kimembe. Please stand up, Kimembe. These are some of the founders. And Director Kimembe is actually also a member of the, is it the review board or the other board? PPRA, and courtesy of the head of public service, we appreciate that recognition has been given for one of our to be board members. Engineer Chris Oanda, who will have also been here. These are the people from the interim council: Francis Murabula, Joseph Ogachi, Dixon Mwense, Peter Momanyi, who was the representative of the National Treasury, Madam Francis Florence Oile, Joyce Nyamamba, all of them who contributed in one way or another between 2002 and 2019 in the initial formation of KISM. We encourage them to apply for the fellowship next year because you really deserve that. We must also at this time, and we'll have actually wanted to invite her here today for the incredible contribution that Honorable Professor Julia Ojambo, EGH, gave in the pivotal role of enacting the SPMA that brought KISM into being in 2007. She single-handedly championed the whole role of actually making sure that KISM Act came into being. Today, many countries across Africa still struggle to have a recognized body, a professional body. They probably have a treasury or regulator, but they don't have a professional body. I was just in South Africa the other day, they're still struggling to form a professional body. So we're very lucky to have a very powerful Pentagon made up of the policy maker, National Treasury, our regulator, PPRA, our review board, our own examination body, KISEB, and I think there's one of their members will be getting fellowship today. Dr. Dan Najele is right here, and then of course KISEB, always for the fivefold ministry. So this occasion, of course, stands as one of the most exemplary events in our annual calendar, as it allows us to formally acknowledge individuals who have demonstrated exceptional professionalism, unwavering integrity, and exemplary service to the profession and the nation at large. Tonight, we also gather not merely to bestow honors, but also to affirm the values that guide our institute and celebrate those who embody these values with distinction. To our Spurs awardees who will be called here very soon, your achievements reflect your outstanding commitment to excellence. You have demonstrated exemplary performance, leadership, and indeed innovation within your respective spheres of influence. Your contributions continue to advance and profile the credibility of our profession, and indeed the Institute applauds each one of you for your dedication. To those being conferred fellowship for the very first time, it is a momentous occasion for us as an institute, and especially for those who are being given the fellowship, because fellowship represents the very highest level of recognition bestowed by the institute, and we'll be talking more about that. It signifies not only your technical proficiency and long-standing service to this profession, but also your sustained commitment to ethical conduct, mentorship, and indeed the advancement of professional standards. Ladies and gentlemen, your elevation, my fellows, as to the fellowship rank reflects your exemplary contribution to the institute and indeed to the broader profession. We are deeply grateful for your continued support, and we trust that you will remain steadfast in championing the ideals of excellence, professionalism, and public trust that this award bestows upon you. In preparation of the Spurs Awards and fellow Conferment, we competitively recruited judges for the Spurs Awards, and they have done their work professionally. We'll be acknowledging them today, even as we await their results. Allow me at this stage to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizers of this event, led by our CEO and his management team, who have worked so hard. These days, I no longer even need to bother. Today I just came from Kisumu, just that my flight was delayed, but I was not worried because I knew everything would be in good shape when I come here because we've got a full team. Let's appreciate the CEO and his team, and all members who continue to support the Institute's mission and strategic direction. Your contribution ensures that we continue to grow, remain relevant, and deliver on our mandate. As an institute, we reaffirm our commitment to maintaining rigorous standards, promoting continuous professional development, and strengthening governance practices across the industry. This ceremony, therefore, reinforces our belief that professionalism is upheld through deliberate effort, continuous learning, and the pursuit of the highest ethical standards. To our Spur awardees again, and the newly to be conferred fellows, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each one of you. Let's appreciate them one more time. May this recognition serve as a lasting reminder of the responsibilities that accompany professional excellence, and as an encouragement to continue serving with diligence, integrity, and honor, because to whom much has been given, too much is indeed expected. As we celebrate this occasion, we must take also a moment to remember our professionals who have departed in this year and pray for their souls and for their families. And right when we were in Naivasha last week, we lost two brothers, two colleagues. So I'd like to ask us at this moment, wherever you are, to just stand as we observe a moment of silence in honor of our departed friends who have left us. 1 minute and we'll be done. Okay, you may be seated. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank our members, our partners, our stakeholders for their unwavering support over the years, especially this year. Your support to KISM mission has been instrumental in our success, especially the World Bank. The World Bank has been a real partner for us as KISM and giving us great support that has really made us and embed a full ERP, end-to-end ERP system, a fully fledged ERP system. We are now able to broadcast our programs right from KISM Towers across Africa, our own, and several other things that have happened that have made us a world-class institution, courtesy of our partnership with the World Bank, who are also our supporters in training World Bank-funded projects. They're able to support us in that regard and to continue being the epicenter of the regional center for training for all World Bank-funded projects right here in East and Central Africa. As we continue towards the end of this year, we have no doubt that the Institute is making great progress in the delivery of its mandate. A lot of improvements and progress have been made, which I'm very sure our chief guest will address as he comes to take a speech later on. Just to mention some of them, I can tell you for the very first time, this is a landmark event. During this our Spurs Excellence, we shall be conferring fellowship for those who have rendered outstanding services to the profession. And this follows the approval of the fellowship policy by the Council earlier this year, and the team led by SCM Kanda and the team that was appointed to do that. We also initiated of our Pan-African Center of Supply Chain Excellence. We got land in Kilifi County, 5 acres, right next to the beach, and we are now looking for the support to resource mobilization of resources to start really making it a truly world-class place and put brick and mortar into that place. With the support of our chief guest, we have also driven compliance initiatives. I want to tell you, Honorable Chief Guest, over the last few years, we have grown a professional body. Today we are over 30,000 all-time registration members because of the compliance circular that you gave a while ago, which has really helped us to enforce compliance across all institutions. Our compliance team has actually traveled to over 200 institutions in the last 1 year alone, making sure that the people that are doing supply chain work are actually properly registered and licensed. And this has been a continuous challenge from our chief guest today, who kept telling me, wait, I don't feel you guys, I don't feel you, Kism. I'm sure you feel us these days. Hopefully that we have done that. We've grown from about 3,000 when we were in 2019, about 3,000 to today over 30,000. And just last week, courtesy of the office of our chief guest, the Institute and the CRC this was recognized for its visibility and impact in deploying regulatory action with clear, demonstrable results. And that really is a big recognition. And I think I should also deserve a clap because I was also recognized. Okay, but that recognition is courtesy of what you and I all do. Honorable Chief Guest, we shall be seeking your support indeed to make the dream of Kilifi, our Center of Supply Chain Excellence, a reality. We have already created a lot of goodwill, a lot of support that we are looking for, and indeed a lot of peers and development partners are right here, and indeed from other African countries who are willing to support us in this thing. As we conclude, Honorable Chief Guest, this is really to kindly request for your kind intervention in supporting us in reviewing the scheme of service for supply chain professionals cadre in both, yes, you can clap, in both the national government and indeed the county governments. We keep saying, Honorable Chief Guest, our Director Korir here, it is time for him to go up. We want to kick him up so that other people can come up. We need to really elevate that position of the directorate to another level. Also, creation of solidifying opportunities for supply chain professionals, especially in foreign missions, embassies, and schools and institutions of higher learning. And especially in schools where procurement work is being done by people who are not really procurement people, they are bazaars. And that should really be a place where we should have a lot of professionals working there. I once again want to thank you, especially our colleagues in the council, our CEO, for the great job we have done so far. As we close this year, I think we have a lot to celebrate and thank God for. Let us stand together for this profession and build a profession that we can all be proud to bequeath to generations to come. Those few remarks is now my honor and humble duty to welcome. I'll actually start first with our Director of Public Procurement so that he can then invite our Chief Guest, Director Korir, representing the CS National Treasury today, but he's gonna be here also as a member and as an awardee. Let's appreciate him as he comes up.
God is good, and all the time. In the interest of time, our Chief Guest, Head of Public Service and Chief of Staff, our Cabinet Secretary of National Treasury and Economic Planning had committed to attend this function until early this afternoon. That something else came up, and he has subsequently asked me to read his remarks on this very important occasion. I'll proceed on to read the remarks by Honorable FCPA John Badingongo, EGH, Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury and Economic Planning at the KISIM 2025 Spurs SCM Excellence Awards and First Fellowship Conferment Congregation. The chief guest, Mr. Felix Kosgei, EGH, Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Executive Office of the President, the Chairman of KISIM Council, Mr. John Karani, all KISIM Council members, the CEO of KISIM, Mr. Kenneth Matiba, all accounting officers present, all fellows, designates, and senior members of the supply chain management profession, all invited guests and stakeholders, members of the KISIM Secretariat, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm truly privileged to address this assembly of supply chain professionals as you commemorate the 6th edition of the KISIM Spurs Excellence Awards and the first fellowship Conferment congregation. As FCPA, that is the minister himself because he's a fellow, I feel and share the anticipation in the room, and I wish to take the earliest opportunity to congratulate the winners and fellows in waiting. I'm particularly impressed at the pace of growth, visibility, and impact that the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management has continued to record, especially in the last 2 years. The innovation and progress is laudable, and thank the chairman and the CEO and the entire KISIM leadership for the commitment to professionalism and transformative leadership. I say this because as a parent ministry, just to mention a few, we have seen the Institute roll out and operationalize frameworks for compliance enforcement through compliance checks and audits, disciplinary action framework, advisory program on SPMA enforcement, automation of core business processes, operationalization of KISIM College, deployment of services in Huduma centers countrywide, review of the legal framework to operationalize scale of fees, professional indemnity and benevolence scheme, the rollout of the graduate trainee programs, enhanced collaboration with state and non-state actors, including the World Bank, among other progressive ideas. And today, after 18 years, we are witnessing this beautiful ceremony to confer the first fellows of the Institute, and we also recognize excellence in supply chain management. We at the National Treasury recognize that public procurement is a powerful lever for national development, economic advancement, and social equity. Indeed, it is a foundational pillar of governance and defining axis of our nation's fiscal architecture. Each shilling expended through procurement is imbued with a promise either to perpetuate inefficiency or, more nobly, to ignite inclusion, stimulate job creation, and inspire public trust. To put it in perspective, nearly a third of our national budget, slightly over 1.5 trillion, is directed through public procurement each year. This immense responsibility means that every decision, every contract, and every policy have the potential to create value, fire jobs, and build trust, or conversely, to undermine our fiscal health and social contract. With our public liabilities now exceeding 11 trillion shillings, we must treat each shilling as a building block for national renewal, not a casualty of inefficiency or poor governance. Over the past 2 decades, Kenya has meticulously constructed robust legal and institutional frameworks for procurement, anchored in statutes such as the Supplies Practitioners Management Act, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, and bolstered by oversight institutions and regulators such as the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, and the Office of the Auditor General. We have championed digital transformation, pioneered affirmative action for youth, women, and persons with disability, and enshrined inclusivity as a core principle of our national ethos. Despite this progress, we must be forthright about the obstacles that we face. The mounting backlog of unsettled bills, now above 639 billion, has become a critical drag on enterprise and livelihoods, especially for the small, medium-sized enterprises. Deficit in integrity and transparency continue to erode confidence in public institutions. While digital transformation holds great promise, its benefits remain uneven and unrealized for many stakeholders. Too often, the most vulnerable in our society are excluded from the gain procurement should deliver. Therefore, as we celebrate the progress, may we reflect on the following: redefining the supply chain professional role to policy influencers and trusted steward of public value, making technology and data central to our practice, adopting innovations like the AI, blockchain, and analytics as the mainstay of integrity, speed, and transparency. And I'm happy to note the EGP system is picking traction positively, and I urge all procurement professionals to continue embracing. I also wish to thank the Institute for the position it took on the EGP matter and for the continued collaboration with the Ministry to support its rollout. Embedding equity in every procurement process so that women, youth, and persons with disabilities are not just beneficiaries, but active agents in economic opportunity. Upholding a culture of ethics and professional discipline, because public trust is earned and not assumed. And finally, championing sustainability, ensuring our procurement decisions advance Kenya's climate goals and long-term resilience. Permit me to reaffirm that the mandate before us transcends the purview of government alone. It is, in truth, a collective national enterprise. The National Treasury stands ready to offer strategic guidance on fiscal stewardship, procurement reforms, and prudent budgetary planning. Yet, we are equally reliant on the discernment of oversight bodies, the ingenuity of the private sector, and the advocacy of civil society, and steadfast commitment of our development partners. It is only through such robust and synergistic partnership that procurement can truly emerge as a vanguard of national transformation. In conclusion, let us be clear. Procurement is more than a background process. It is an engine of progress, the pulse of inclusion, and the touchstone of public confidence. I think it's now, that is remarks, these are the remarks of the Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury and Economic Planning. Let me now turn it over back to the Chairman of the Institute to make further guidance. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Makofi to those wonderful remarks. Thank you so much, Bwana Kenneth Matiba, Bwana John Karani, and also Director Korir for those introductory remarks, welcome remarks, and also remarks by the CS Treasury. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to our official ceremony. This is a very, very formal ceremony, the Fellowship Conferment Ceremony, and I'd like to invite our CEO, who will give guidance and direction and also instructions as to how we'll proceed. But I'd like to encourage all our guests who are here today. This is a fun moment. It's an achievement for our fellows. Let's celebrate them one more time. Asante sana. I know they've come with their family members here, relatives and friends. You're allowed to scream, shout, make noise, clap, congratulate them when they're being called upstage to receive their conferment. Sawa sawa. Family members wako wapi niwaone jameni? Hello? Family members, sisikii sauti yenu. Family members wako wapi? Nataka nisikie kelele, nduru. Family members mko wapi? DJ ngoja kidogo. Family members, mpo? Family members, mko? Kwani mnaonea haya fellows wa 2025? Hebu nisikie nduru na kelele na vifijo na makofi tafadhali, family members. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Bwana CEO, karibu tuanze official ceremony, the fellowship conferment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a formal occasion. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much, Nimrod, to our chief guest, Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service. Today is a very unique night for us because we are setting new protocols at the Institute. We are also setting new tradition and precedents when it comes to how we conduct ourselves in regards to recognition of exemplary service to the country and to the profession. And as such, we restate our gratitude to the Kissim Council for personalizing and actualizing the conferment mechanism of fellowship by the promulgation and enactment of the Kissim Fellowship Policy 2025. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, my role is very brief, and this will be guided on a step-by-step structured arrangement pegged on the approved Kissim Fellowship Policy 2025. And the fellowships that we are conferring tonight are by dint of the provisions of Section 3A of the Supplies Practitioners Management Act and the approved Kissim Fellowship Policy of 2025. And to have it exciting, structured, and orderly, we will be calling you candidates, the signet, to the podium. The ceremony will be witnessed by the Kissim Council as the conferring organ, and strategic actors in this process will be the chairperson of the registration committee, which is a statutory committee established pursuant to the provisions of the Supplies Practitioners Management Act, and that committee is responsible for registration and licensing, including admission of members to the Institute. And then, being a congregation, and uniquely so because we are conferring fellows for the first time, we will have a senior fellow admitting the other fellows to the congregation of fellows. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, allow me at this juncture to invite to the stage the chairperson of the Kissim Registration Committee, Mr. Makanda, to take his position. Let us appreciate him while he's coming. Thank you very much. Next will be the chairperson of the Professional Standards Committee at the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, who is also a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Procurement and Supplies, to act in the place of a senior fellow, noting that we do not have one at the moment, and she is Marianne Karanja, council member. Let us appreciate her. Thank you very much. And the custodian of all signature items at the Institute is the chairperson of the council, and that is Mr. John Karani. And with humility, I request you to join us in welcoming Mr. John Karani to the podium. And next on the stage will be all Kissim Council members on the far left, and I request you to come to the podium to witness this important occasion. Thank you very much. Of the formalities, ladies and gentlemen, done. Now my humble duty, by dint of the provisions of the Kissim Fellowship Policy, to invite the first candidate and that is Mr. Felix Kiptarus Koskei, EGH. Let us appreciate him while he's coming. No, Chairman, just here. Thank you very much. In line with our policies, all the awardees must stand 1 meter behind the council. And now the head of public service temporarily relegates himself as a loyal member of the institute. Distinguished guests, it is a great honor to present Felix Kiptarus Koskei, a distinguished public administration and supply chain management strategist whose career spans over 26 years of exemplary service in governance, procurement, and public service reform, appointed as Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service in October 2023 by His Excellency Koskei is widely recognized as a reform champion, leading transformative initiatives that have strengthened Kenya's public service and professionalized supply chain management. In line with the provisions of the KISIM policy on fellowship conferment, I now invite the chairperson of the registration committee to answer the question why we are conferring the fellows on the head of public service and who is. Let us appreciate Makanda while he's doing that.
Thank you, CEO. This is a official ceremony. We cannot leave. Mr. Koskei was born in Tintret, Nandi County. He also has BSc, MPA in Strategic Management from the University of Nairobi. Professional honors from the University of New Brunswick, Canada, and the University of Botswana. He recently graduated with the Masters of Science degree in Zoology, Agricultural Entomology from the University of Nairobi. Mr. Koskei is a proud member of CIBS, member KISIM, reflecting his deep commitment to professional excellence and continuous leadership in public service. Throughout his career, Mr. Koskei has held leadership positions at the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority and the Kenya National Highway Authority, culminating in his role as Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture in 2023. He is recognized as a reform champion, leading transformative initiatives, including rollout of electronic government procurement, EGV, the zero-fault audit regime, and the professionalization of supply chain practice. His legacy includes mentoring over 20 young CEOs in government and professional platforms, representing Kenya in global procurement forums, and strengthening mandatory licensing and professional standards for supply chain practitioners. Mr. Koskei's distinguished contribution and achievement include one, leading the transformation of supplies branch into the Kenya procurement and disposal agency, modernizing procurement process and institutional capacity, spearheading electronic government procurement, EGB system rollout, enhancing transparency, accountability, efficiency across national procurement operations. He also played a key role in drafting the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act 2015, laying the foundation for modern regulated procurement governance in Kenya, introducing the zero-fault audit regime, strengthening public sector governance and reducing operational inefficiencies, serving in leadership roles at the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, Kenya National Highway Authority, overseeing procurement, supply chain, and support service, serving in Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture in 2023, where he led the policy reforms, institutional capacity building, and governance improvement in the sector, contributing as a member of Judicial Service Commission, JSC, supporting reforms in public service, accountability, and governance standards, mentoring over 20 young CEOs and emerging leaders across government and professional platforms, fostering the next generation of public service leaders. Representing Kenya in institutional procurement and governance forums, enhancing the country's profile in global supply chain management, strengthening professional standards through mandatory registration and licensing for practitioners, and advancing professionalism, ethical practice in procurement and supply chain management. Driving public sector reforms, institutional capacity building initiative, and governance improvement that continues to shape Kenya's public service landscape. In recognition of his exceptional leadership, transformative contribution to governance and procurement, and unwavering commitment in public service excellence, we are proud to confer fellowship upon Felix Victorus Koskei, EGH.
And now, esteemed members, the moment we've been waiting for. So in accordance with Section 3A of the Supplies Management Practitioners Act 2007, Cap 537, which provides for the conferment of fellowship, FKSIM, pursuant to an invitation under subsection 3, the Institute hereby profoundly confers Honorable Felix Kiptarus Koskei, EGH, whose exceptional contribution in procurement and supply chain management meets and befits this distinguished honor. Honorable Felix Kiptarus Koskei, EGH, has merited and demonstrated excellence, outstanding levels of achievement, expertise, knowledge, experience, and sustained commitment to the furtherance of the supply chain management profession, in line with the eligibility criteria set under Clause 13 of the FKSIM Fellowship Policy, which we launched this year. Mr. Koskei is duly qualified through recognized professional and academic credentials, admissible by KSIM, and has maintained active membership in good standing with a valid practicing license, demonstrated unwavering commitment to ethical practice as required under Chapter 6 of the Constitution. In discharge of professional responsibilities, Honorable Mr. Felix Koskei has made significant contributions to the supply chain management profession, advancing industry knowledge, supporting professional development, strengthening institutional systems that shape the practice both locally and regionally. His leadership has influenced policy, governance, and standards of excellence in the profession. The candidate, because he's a candidate still, has additionally contributed to research, mentorship, capacity building, and has demonstrated exceptional dedication to nurturing the next generation of supply chain professionals. His work has further earned recognition for industry impact, innovation, and outstanding service, aligning fully with the evaluation pillars of professional contribution, leadership attainment, mentorship, and specific notable achievements. So therefore, based on the forestated, and in honor of these remarkable accomplishments, and in accordance with the SPMA 2007, the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management hereby confers upon Honorable Mr. Felix Kiptarus Koskei, EGH, Fellow of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, that is FKISM, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attached to this prestigious designation. A round of applause.
So with that formality now executed, I wish to invite the chairman of the KISM Council to go on the far right, on the table at the far left, and to invite Mr. Felix Koskei to join the chairman, as we also invite the council members to go behind the table so that they can be able to witness the handing over of the fellowship conferment certificate. Let us appreciate while that is happening. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And hearty congratulations to Mr. Felix Tarus Koskei. Now, I request that in the interest of time, we proceed with that tradition set to now invite the next candidate, and that is Linda Susan Ingari. Distinguished guests, it is our honor to present Linda Susan Ingari, a distinguished supply chain management and governance professional, a global trainer, and an academician whose 23 years career has significantly shaped Kenya's supply chain management profession. Her work spans education, professional regulation, public governance, and national development, leaving a lasting impact on standards, accountability, and leadership. I now invite CM Makanda to answer the question as to why we are conferring the Fellow of KISIM to Linda Susan Ingari. Over to you, CM Makanda.
For the interest of time, I'll be brief. Okay? Okay. As I said, I will not be long. All these things will be found in our website. For the interest of our chief guest, Ms. Ingari holds an MBA and bachelor's degree from Kenyatta University and is currently pursuing PhD in business and management, specializing in supply chain, operations and logistics management at Strathmore University. She is an active member of CIBS, KILT, and KISIM, demonstrating her commitments to professional excellence and continuous learning. The committee, after signing all that recognitions, rated of her exceptional contribution to education, governance, and the advancement of supply chain profession. We have proudly confer fellowship upon Ms. Linda Susan Ingari.
Thank you, esteemed members. Once again, in accordance with Section 3A of the Supplies Practitioners Management Act 2007, Cap 537, which provides for the conferment of fellows, IEF KISIM, pursuant to an invitation under subsection 3, the Institute hereby proudly confers Linda Susan Ingari, whose exceptional contribution in procurement and supply chain management meets and befits this distinguished honor. The candidate has additionally contributed to research, mentorship, and capacity building, and has demonstrated exceptional dedication in nurturing the next generation of supply chain professionals, and her work has earned recognition for industry impact, innovation, and outstanding service, aligning fully with the evaluation pillars of the professional contribution, leadership attainment, mentorship, and specific notable achievements. And based on the forestated, which you've also previously had, and in honor of these remarkable accomplishments in accordance with the SPMA 2007, Kenya Institute of Supplies Management hereby confers upon Ms. Linda Susan Ingari, a fellow of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, FKISIM, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attached to this prestigious designation. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Linda. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, the board or the CEO, the council passes resolutions everywhere. And in the interest of time, they have passed a resolution to the effect to manage time better, and as such, to also accord the chief guest his request to manage time better. We want to request all our fellow conferment candidates in the following order to come to the podium. Mr. Lawi Nyamuni Aura, Mr. Eric Korir, Ms. Dr. Fred Ongisa Nyang'au, John Achieng Auma, and take your place behind the first lane, Mr. Kimani Mwema, Mr. Henry Augustine Nyang'or, Mr. Dick Dan Ajele, Mr. Patrick Lumumba Odek, Professor Zachary Bolo Awino, Mr. George Odongo Ogwang, Dr. Jack Gumbo, Mr. Patrick Kanyungo Wanjuki, CPSP Abdi Abdullahi Hassan, Dr. Evans Ongati, CPSP Dr. Francis Anyango Okubo, and Linda, one more time, come to the podium so that we can be able to finalize with the outstanding part of your formalities. I now wish to invite the chair of the registration committee to be able to guide us on that small part of the session. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, the congregation, for accepting the readjustment. Today, we are conferring 18 candidates, fellows, who met the criteria as set in the fellowship policy, and as institute, we will display the full credentials for the fellows with the citations. Bear with us, and I say congratulations to the candidates. Then allow me to invite the senior fellow to give citations in summary for each candidate.
Thank you, Chair RC. Esteemed members, distinguished guests, once again, I think I will read the citation for all the candidates who have been named. You heard of their names, and as indicated, the process and the evidence has been published on the website. So, in accordance with Section 3A of the Supplies Practitioners Management Act 2007, Cap 537, which provides for the conferment of fellows, i.e. FKISM, and pursuant to an invitation under subsection 3, the Institute proudly confers to all these candidates whose exceptional contribution in procurement and supply chain management meets and befits this distinguished honor. They have all, in addition to providing, expressing interest, they have contributed to research, mentorship, capacity building, and have demonstrated exceptional dedication in nurturing the next generation of supply chain professionals. Their work has earned recognition for industry impact, innovation, and outstanding service, aligning fully with the evaluation pillars of professional contribution, leadership attainment, mentorship, and specific notable achievements, which you will see on the website. And based on the forestated, and in honor of these remarkable achievements, and in accordance with the SPMA 2007, the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management hereby confers upon all of them the Fellow of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, FKISM, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities attached to this prestigious designation. A round of applause once again.
Let's appreciate them one more time. Let us clap for them one more time. Thank you. And now the chairman of the council is handing over the certificates to all of them. While doing that, we can have the band playing a bit. And we also kindly request the chief guest to join us. Let us have the chief guests. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for witnessing that important part of our program. And with humility, we now request you, Head of Public Service, Mr. Felix Kiptarus Koskei, to take back your seat. Let us clap for him. And we recognize one of the fellow, Mr. Alex Leonard Musungu, who is unwell and could not be able to join us, but he is duly recognized for the service to the profession. At this juncture also, we request Linda Susan Ingari to leave the stage and take back your seat. And we humbly request Mr. Lawi Nyamuni Aura to also take his seat. And we kindly request Mr. Eric Korir to also leave the stage and take over his seat, followed by our dear brother, Dr. Fred Ongisa Nyang'au. We congratulate you. As we congratulate Mr. John Ochieng Auma, we also request you to take back your seat, followed by Senior Kimani Mwema. We congratulate you. Followed by Mr. Henry Augustine Yangor. We congratulate you as we discharge you. Mr. Dick Dan Ajele, we release you as we congratulate you. Mr. Patrick Lumumba Odek, congratulations as we release you. Professor Zachary Bolo Awino, congratulations as we release you. Followed by Giorgio Dongo Guang, congratulations and thank you. Dr. Jack Gumbo, PhD, congratulations as we release you. Followed by DG Patrick Kanyungo Wanjuki, congratulations. Next is CPSP Abdi Abdullahi Hassan, we congratulate you. Followed by Dr. Evans Sochieng Ongati, congratulations as we release you. And then lastly, Francis Okubo Anyango, we congratulate you. And with that, I request the chairman of the KISIM Council to have the privilege of taking a picture with his council members as we formally discharge this first congregation of the Fellowship Conferment ceremony. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Chief guest, we will apologize for the many trips you're making to the podium. With humility, the KISIM Council is requesting that you join them in this special photograph. Let us appreciate him while he's coming.
God is richer than that. Who can bow with the Lord? Nobody. Who can change his mind around? Too many years, too many ways. I just said his faithfulness ever and ever. Yeah. Congratulations, I have seen the glory of God. Congratulations, he has done it for me. And I have come back with a new song to sing. My God is good. Yes, I will come again with a new song of praise. My God is good.
Can now release the council members back to take their seats. And we'll indeed have many trips for our chief guest today. Because of time, we want to bring his program forward and now request him to come and make his formal remarks to this congregation. Karibu.
Fellows of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, the chairman of Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, Mr. John Karani, of the council, chief executive officer and the secretary of KISIM Council, KISIM members, partners, stakeholders, KISIM staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I am really delighted to join the community of supply chain professionals under the convenership of the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management during the 2025 edition of the Spurs Excellence Awards and the first edition of the KISIM Fellowship Conferment Congregation. Indeed, it is truly inspiring to witness such outstanding commitment and achievement in the field of procurement and supply chain management within our vibrant professional community. Therefore, from the onset, I convey congratulations to all our awardees and fellows being honored today at the Spurs Excellence Awards and Conferment ceremony. This evening, 35 awards will be presented to organizations and individuals in recognition of their outstanding contributions and impact, while 18 distinguished members will be or have been honored with the prestigious Fellow status, symbolizing exceptional leadership and lifelong commitment to professionalism. As we celebrate these achievements, it is important to also reflect on critical issues shaping the future of our profession. These include the full implementation of the electronic government procurement system, the accelerated enforcement of disciplinary frameworks for supply chain professionals, and the urgent need to strengthen compliance to uphold the highest standards of integrity and service delivery. The rollout of the EGP will definitely revolutionize public procurement by fostering transparency, efficiency, and inclusivity in government contracts. In line with this, the President's emphasis on digital transformation and good governance, supply chain professionals have been instrumental in supporting this critical shift. Effective and comprehensive implementation of EGP is not simply a technological upgrade. It is a vital foundation for restoring public trust, enhancing accountability, and ensuring that every shilling spent delivers maximum value and sustainable development impact. This commitment aligns closely with the government's broader agenda of using technology to transform service delivery and combat corruption. Beyond technology, we must rigorously enforce discipline within our profession. The role of supply chain professionals exceeds transactional duties. It demands stewardship, ethical conduct, and accountability. Disciplinary mechanisms within the supply chain management profession are essential to uphold professional standards, sanction misconduct, and nurture a culture of continuous improvement. We must remain unwavering in rooting out unethical behavior that undermines the credibility of our sector and stalls national progress. Only by combining cutting-edge digital tools with strong ethical frameworks can we build a supply chain and procurement system that truly serves the people of Kenya and drives inclusive national development. The aforesaid notwithstanding, I am appreciative of the efforts witnessed in the recent past, where the Institute has finalized over 150 disciplinary cases in 1 year from just 2 cases since the Institute was established. It is also laudable that this progress has been made out of good collaboration and partnership with the actors in the justice chain as EACC and the judiciary. I challenge the Institute to do more as you solidify your disciplinary mandate in line with the SPMA 2007. Ladies and gentlemen, compliance enforcement is a cornerstone of effective procurement governance. While laws and regulations provide the legal framework, their impact depends on the strength of the systems that uphold them and the professionalism of those who adhere to them. As a leading professional body, KISIM has a critical role to champion robust mentoring, certification, and capacity building programs. These initiatives ensure that procurement practices not only comply with statutory requirements, but also align with the government's bottom-up economic transformation strategy. Upholding the highest ethical and professional standard is essential to maintaining the integrity and effectiveness of the supply chain profession. The Institute remains deeply committed, and I guess so, to strengthening its compliance mechanism and regulatory framework to promote accountability, transparency, and professionalism across the sector. Notably, it is with great pride that I highlight the recent recognition of KISIM by Executive of the President for its outstanding visibility in the deployment of regulatory action with clear and demonstrable results. I think they deserve a clap for doing that. This recognition affirms KISIM's leadership and effectiveness in advancing professional standards and ensuring compliance within the sector. In 2025, I'm aware that the Institute conducted over 500 compliance assessments across various institutions to evaluate adherence to Supply Chain Professionals Management Act, and over 2,000 professionals were successfully reviewed. It is encouraging that the Institute has now built its own framework for compliance checks and compliance audits, and is working with KISEP on the RPL framework, which already has graduated over 5 students in the past year. Albeit gradual, with concerted efforts, these initiatives are critical in creating professional sanity in the supply chain management practices. Please do more. This is what the country requires. Through continuous compliance, monitoring, proactive enforcement, and targeted professional development, KISIM is dedicated to safeguarding the credibility of the profession, protecting public resources, and making a decisive contribution to Kenya's sustainable development aspirations. Importantly, I'm also informed that all disciplinary cases have been duly heard by the disciplinary committee, and judgments have been served to all the affected officers, demonstrating KISIM's commitment to upholding professional standards and enforcing accountability within the sector. As new fellows join this distinguished community, your role is critical. You embody the values of integrity, competence, and leadership. Through your expertise, mentorship, and example, you will help steer procurement and supply chain management towards excellence, innovation, and inclusive growth. In closing, let these evening's celebrations inspire all of us, not only to recognize past achievements, but to recommit passionately to the continuous advancement of our profession. Let us leverage technology, enforce discipline, and champion compliance as central pillars of a procurement system that truly serves the people of Kenya. I want to add by saying that as I was reflecting on today's function, and as a long-serving procurement professional, I reckon that KISIM has come of age. KISIM has taken its position in society, and we only expect more professionalism, more diligence, and more oversight over its members. And as usual, in other professions, when a person is awarded or conferred a fellowship, it is expected of him or her to present a lecture on the subject matter. And therefore, I came prepared, thinking that I'll be asked to present a disposition on procurement before I am given or I'm awarded the fellowship. So you'll give me 10 minutes because I don't want to take the fellowship for the sake of taking. I want the members to know that I'm still current and I'm still up to date. My observation is themed as moving beyond efficiency, how agility, resilience, and digital intelligence are defining the future of supply chain excellence. And before I start saying one or two things, I want to congratulate all the awardees those people who managed to be conferred the fellowship, because I know they have worked very hard. I can see many of my friends, led by Kimemia here, where we struggled nights and days to come up with procurement law, whether we are taken to Mombasa, whether we are taken to Naivasha. Sometimes we were being taken down by other professions so that they can kill the profession, but we stood firm. We were few, but we stood firm. And that is what these people are celebrating. And when you look around here, this is not just a room of supply chain professionals, logisticians. This room is full of architects of global trade. The engineers who keep the world turning. You may not know. Your role is central to the existence of the world today. Procurement is central. All the professions that are revered always are beholden to procurement or supply chain because they can't move without a procurement professional around. Whether you are a surgeon, a top surgeon, you need a scalpel, you need medicine, you need support, you need your gear, and you need everything that a procurement professional will have to handle before you move into the theater. Same case to an engineer, same case to a lawyer, same case to any profession. So I want you to know that you are a central profession that makes the world tick. And I want to talk about 4 or 5 pillars of the current procurement or supply chain space. Number 1 is the shift from efficiency to resilience. It is no longer the story of efficiency, ladies and gentlemen, in procurement. It is a question of resilience. How are you making your institution resilient? How are you handling matter supply chain in your institution for your institution to survive turbulence, to survive competition, and to survive challenges that are always coming about? To survive even constitutional changes or amendments that always are seen in the space that we are living in. It is not about efficiency. It is not about moving very fast. It's not about issues of just in time anymore. It is how resilient are you building that institution that you have. As I say, it is not about lean, just in time, single source optimization, focusing on minimizing cost. But ladies and gentlemen, it's about agility. It is about multi-source, it's about just-in-case inventory buffers, and it is about geopolitical optionality, where you are focusing on minimizing disruption. It is no longer focusing on bringing it in time. How do you focus to minimize disruption so that your institution that you are running as a procurement or a supply chain professional stands strong, resilient, without wavering, despite all the challenges that we see around. And therefore, we need to move from reactive mitigation to predictive risk modeling. We are no longer in the space, ladies and gentlemen, that we remain reactive. You wait for an engineer to call you from the field and say, oh, I don't have this spare, what do we do? I don't have the other one. It is you having gotten all the instruments that runs an institution you have a procurement plan, you have a policy of the institution, you have the strategic plan. How do you reorganize all those so that you can come up with a predictive strategy where at any one time you are ahead, you are not behind, you are not reactive, but you are predictive. Meaning from reaction to a space where you can anticipate and predict what will happen in 2 years and advise your management and the board that the way I see things, this is the direction that we are taking. We need to add more money on this budget. We need to reorganize your machines. In a very short while, they are going to be obsolete, or even the manufacturing plants for spares are going to close because people are moving from one technology to another one. Are we ready to do that? It's you, Richard, because things are changing very fast. So we need to move away from reactive mitigation to predictive risk modeling. And a typical example is the use of AI to simulate the impact of a strike, for example, at a key entry point like a port, or even a sudden weather event that it is to happen. How are you leveraging on technology to be predictive? How will you advise your institution to say, our traditional port of entry is A, but the circumstances around that port is such that it may create disruption. Let us shift even 30% to come from through port B. That is the procurement professionals of today. Pillar 2 is about the acceleration of digital intelligence. We have data deluge. The kind of data that we generate in supply chain are now impossible to manage without advanced tools. My friend Wanjuk here will be lying if he will tell you he's going to manage all the procurement departments across public service without advanced tools. We need to be the consumers of AI technology. We need to be ahead and we need to be trained so that in a split of a second, you have all the information. I hope I'm speaking to some people. Are you asleep or you are attentive? So it is the kind of data, just imagine the kind of data that you have. Some of us here don't even know how many types of goods they procure, how many services they procure, how many spares. The other time I was having a discussion with Dr. Ngen of Kenya Power. I don't know whether he came. And he was explaining to me how difficult it is now to use EGP because you have to key in each and every item that you need to buy. It is impossible to use EGP with a past approach where you want to sit behind a computer and start keying. But with AI, you can just do that in a split of a second and everything is in EGP and you proceed. That is what I call the acceleration of digital intelligence. We need to be ahead and embrace AI and machine learning. And nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, these are not futuristic buzzwords. They are the necessary tools for real-time decision making. You cannot make a decision correctly well, even my friend, Deputy Auditor General, if he does not embrace AI and machine learning. You cannot predict if you have not embraced the current technology. You cannot do demand forecasting. You cannot even discern or appreciate lead time variability. You can manage issues optimization like dynamic routing, like autonomous warehousing operations. It is impossible, ladies and gentlemen, that you can say you can manage what you are running now with an old approach. And we are not careful as procurement professionals, we shall be irrelevant. So, get the tools. I've said AI and machine learning. You can't even manage to uphold transparency. You have to use blockchain for end-to-end tracking of goods and documentation. Gone are the days where the Auditor General will accept a lame excuse of saying that a copy of an invoice is not available. That's some file, you give us 2 weeks to look for a file. And yet, modern technology will not even necessarily require you to be in the office. You only allow him access, and he'll get all whatever he wants, and he moves on to the next institution. So, if we're not careful, we are staring at what I call talent gap. Because the future supply chain professional must be part data scientists, part economists, and part logistician. You cannot stay in that one rail. You have to embrace all these put together so that you can become current, and you become relevant, and you become a person who will support the president in the transformation that he wants to make this country first world. And you are aware, for those who have done strategy, that there is a strategy professional called Wills Rogers, who said, even if you are on the right track, even if you are on the right track, you will be run over if you just sit there. Are you on the right track? Oh, I want to transform, I want cost cutting. But if you sit and say, I'm going to do, I will do, and you're sitting there, you will risk being overrun. Who can overrun you? Other professions. Who can overrun you? Your competitors, your institution's competitors. You can stay at shutdown because you have not embraced the necessary and current tools and instruments that can make your institution be agile, resilient, and adaptive. Pillar 3 that I wanted to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, bear with me, we shall have our dinner shortly. I want everybody to realize that to be a fellow is not a joke, so you have to go hungry, you have to work for it, and you have to fast. In any case, fasting is healthy. Pillar 3 is what I call the imperative of sustainable and ethical sourcing. We've worshipped regulations forever. My friends here across this room, they'll tell you section this and that does not allow. Oh, I cannot do this because this has not happened. We are talking about something beyond regulations. When we are talking about imperative for sustainable and ethical sourcing, we are talking beyond regulations. Because this is no longer about compliance, ladies and gentlemen, it is about brand value and consumer trust. And you need to embrace the modern and the current, the so-called triple bottom line, where you discuss the integration of people, planet, and profit into your sourcing decisions. What is the effect on people? What happens on the planet? And what will happen on the profitability of your institution? You need, as a procurement professional now, you need to be having at the back of your mind when you are sourcing issues of decarbonization goals, issues of optimizing transportation for lower emissions, e.g. green hydrogen, sustainable fuels. These are the questions that you need to have in your questionnaire when you are sourcing for your goods and services. When it comes to people, you need to ensure ethical labor practices. Where you are sourcing your supplier, how are his practices when it comes to labor? Is he employing children? Is he enslaving? Is he taking advantage of poor people? Is he paying correct wages? So that as you are making a decision, there is some ethics, some ethos in it. So that it is not only what you need or what your institution need for it to operate, but it should be ethical. You need to take care of the planet, and you need to take care of the people, those who are consuming and those who are producing. The consumers, how are the levels of tolerance? Is there any chemical around what you are procuring that can eventually endanger the lives of people? These are critical things, ladies and gentlemen, that a supply chain professional should look at. And therefore, we need to see a feasibility as a moral mandate. The ability to verify the origin and journey of every component is becoming non-negotiable for customers and investors. There are more questions that people ask nowadays than before. I can go on and on, but I want to recap and say that the space that we are in, ladies and gentlemen, if it's going to be more agile if we build what we call adaptive value chain or an adaptive supply chain. One that is resilient, one that is intelligent, and one that is responsible. So as a professional, what are your roles? And what will be your role going forward? Especially my friends who have become fellows here, and professionals across this, both young and old. And I want to remind you that you are the pioneers here going forward. You need to take the steering. Every person in this room is not just managing inventory or becoming a compliance manager, that they always walk around with the Public Procurement and Disposals Act, and always sitting down, coming out with a checklist to ensure that immediately after he has superintended over stealing, he started walking backwards to beat the auditor. You are people who are expected to secure national economies and also to ensure social well-being. So today or tonight we celebrate excellence. But tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we must commit to evolution. We are not static. We must commit to evolution. Let us move forward from being a group that simply manages complexity to a group that masters uncertainty. I mean the adaptive chain, and that adaptive chain awaits. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can do better than that. Let's clap and appreciate the Chief of Staff, Head of Public Service, the Honorable Felix Koskei, EGH. Please be seated. Very quickly, humbly so, we have been requested by our chief guest that we combine all our ceremonies so that after that we can go and have dinner and merry-make and then enjoy ourselves. Are we in agreement for that? We'll be very quick, right? We're coming to the ceremony where we want to award the winners. All of you are winners. But remember, I have requested that if you're called up, please act surprised. Muko, amjambo tena wageni, mambo? Mbona ni mimi peke yangu tu niko na shamra? Jameni, ni leo tu tutachelewa dina. Leo tu, siku moja tu. Alafu kesho pia nika holiday, amaje? Si ndio eh? Sasa, moja kwa moja, we're getting to a ceremony which is to award various winners for their excellence performance. Matters procurement, we're looking at team excellence, supply chain, we're looking at rising stars, unsung heroes, and what have you. I'd like to invite on stage Bwana, he's our lead judge, Bwana Saul Amemba, who is a member of Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, to just take a minute to just tell us a little bit about what they were looking at when they're coming up with the awards, and of course the categories. And also, I'd like to invite on stage very quickly Council Member Marianne Karanja to be the first one who will be telling us who the winners are, and then I'll be calling the other council members. Very quickly, Judge Ademba. Asante.
Good evening. Our chief guest, the Honorable Head of Public Service, we are glad to have you with us. Our Chairman for KISIM, Mr. John Karani, we are happy to recognize your presence. The CEO for KISIM, all council members that are present, all accounting officers are present, and all protocols observed. With you here, we are about to give you a small report with regards to the Spurs Awards and the exercise and how it was conducted. So allow me to spend 1 minute of your time to invite the judges so they can come here just to get to know their names, get to know their faces. We came here as one team. You will see that they are very beautiful in uniform, in the colors of KISIM, which is green. We chose that as an allegiance to our profession. So let's give them a round of applause. So thank you. I'll start on my far left. Judge Thomas Kangangi is going to wave at you. Give him a clap. We have Judge Marion Thiongo. We have Judge Caleb Mbithi, Judge Emily Okonjo, and lastly, Judge Nancy Nyamolo. As they go to take their seats, you can give them a round of applause. So with you, my name is Saul Amemba, the lead judge for this exercise. I'll give a small brief. We've had awards over the last 6 years, which have been successful. And this year, we also had very good applications that came through. As judges, we participated in the exercise through beginning at the phase of determining which kind of categories will be available for awards this year and determining the criteria. In total, we had 15 categories that were out there for all members and individual organizations to apply to be considered for award. So we can say that it was a success compared to the previous years. So this year we had a total of 99 applications that were applied. Within the 99 applications, we did some rationalization of the applications. Some of them were duplications. So in total, formally, we had 66 entries. The exercise was done over a 2-week period in terms of the assessment of the applications, the engagement of the people that are going to be awarded, went through a comprehensive due diligence exercise. We engaged them, we asked them questions, we sought the right answers to ensure that they deserve to be awarded. While we appreciate all the 66 firms and individuals that nominated themselves or their organizations, we do believe that we shall have more respondents in the other awards that come in the future. And we hope that as members, when I look at the house here, we are more than 500 in my simple guess. So we expect that we can have a high number of increase in terms of applications in the awards that are going to be done in the subsequent years. And for those that are going to be awarded this year, on behalf of the judges panel, the ultimate winners, we want to congratulate you. On behalf of the panel of judges, we want to wish you well. We want to hope that the award that you're going to get today, let not be the end of the good work in terms of championing excellence in our profession, and you're going to continue carrying out that spirit. You've seen what the head of public service has spoken about, excellence and being adaptive. So let's go out there, let's work, let's do more, let's be more visible as a supply chain, and let's champion excellence in everything that we do. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening and a Merry Christmas ahead.
Asante sana, Judge Ademba. Thank you so much together with your team. Very quickly, let me recognize the presence of CEO, Miss Gloria Moria. She's here. CEO, uko wapi? Habari ya kwako? Karibu sana. Let me also recognize the presence of CEO, NGAF, Mr. Roy Sasaka. He's here. Makofi kwake. Thank you so much for making time. CEO, NGC EC, Dr. Purity Ngina. She's here. Makofi kwake. And CEO, KMTC, Dr. Kelly Olwatch. Thank you so much for making time to be here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time we've all been waiting for. I'll be requesting those who've been nominated or the finalists, when your name has been called out, after you've finished looking surprised, you come here very quickly. Okay, in the interest of time. Sawa sawa. Yeah, after you've finished looking surprised. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will begin with our first category. Chelsea.
Best Public Procurement Project of the Year Award. This award recognizes the best public sector specialized complex project with 3 main pillars: scope, value, and risk. The project demonstrated exemplary excellence across the core pillars of public procurement: professional competence, compliance, complexity, value for money, integrity, and measurable development impact. The supply chain management team adherence to ethical standards, competence, and compliance to donor-funded procurement regulations contributed significantly to the quality and success of the project. And the construction and full equipment of digital hubs and center of excellence across the 47 counties executed by the finalists stands as a model of excellence in public procurement and project execution.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's invite our chief guest here to come and present the awards once they'll be announced. Yes. Assisted, of course, by the CEO and the Chair Council. Tafadhali. Hatujatangaza mshindi. Nimesikia watu wanapiga makofi. Hey, simungoja mkuwe surprised, jameni. Hey. Okay. And finally, drum rolls, the time we've all been waiting for.
Number 2. Okay, so this category had 2 finalists, so drum rolls. And the runners up, is Konza Technopolis Development Authority.
Makofi, makofi.
Konza.
Ladies and gentlemen, makofi Konza, makofi kwa Konza, makofi kwa Konza. Asante sana. Thank you. Asante, asante sana. And now,
the winner for this category is Athi Waterworks Development Agency.
Makofi, wakuje mbio, makofi, Athi Works. Tafadhali, wakuje mbio, tafadhali, haraka upesi, so that we move quickly. Thank you. Karibuni, upesi, tafadhali, Athi. Mumeshakuwa surprise, sasa kujeni mbio, tafadhali. Yes, you have. Mnaweza dance mkitaka. Yule anayepokea zawadi ndio namtaka pale mbele. Hao wengine waingie tu nyuma mbio. Manake tukianza salamu tutachukua muda mrefu, tafadhali. Congratulations, Athi. Wako smart, wapigieni makofi. Wako smart sana, wapigieni makofi. Haya. Tusimame hapo kidogo, tupige picha, alafu tuendelee na salamu so that tuendelee na kategori nyingine ya kutoa zawadi. Makofi once again to Athi Waterworks Development Agency. Watu wa Athi. Vile mmekuja. Teke. Yes. Bio. CEO Athi Water yuko hapa bwana. Karibu sana. Congratulations. Asante. Kazi nzuri. All right. I'm still requesting Madam Marianne Karanja to present the next category. Very quickly, Chelsea. No.
Best Private Sector Supply Chain Project of the Year Award. This award recognizes the best private sector specialized complex project with 3 main pillars: scope, value, and risk. The finalists demonstrated outstanding excellence, professionalism, and transformative impact in the execution of the project and ancillary facilities. The project was led by a practitioner, licensed and in good standing with the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management, ensuring strict adherence to regulatory requirements, ethical standards, and professional best practices.
Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls. And the winner is CPF Financial Services.
Makofi kwa CPF. Come on guys, kama wako hapa, kujeni. Makofi kwao tafadhali. Congratulations to CPF. Karibuni sana. Haraka. Makofi kwao. They look surprised, sindio eh? Yeah. They look surprised and happy. Karibuni sana, gentlemen. Makofi kwao. CPF decided they will not invite ladies for this award and dinner. Makofi kwao, lakini wamefanya vizuri. Chief guest, naomba ukae kwa kategori moja ya mwisho ambayo nataka nimpe bwana Mark Kanda aweze kuwasilisha. Tafadhali. You'll do. Let's go to the next category.
Best Supply Chain Innovation of the Year. This award is awarded to a company that demonstrated success implementing innovative processes or technology which produced quantifiable, impactful, and sustainable improvements in cost savings, revenue, customer satisfaction, or other measurable criteria. The finalists collectively embody Kenya's most advanced supply chain innovation, integrating technology, sustainability, and data-driven management into a single operational ecosystem. Through professional supply chain leadership, sustainable procurement, and forward-thinking innovation, the finalist has created a replicable model for smart, resilient, and efficient infrastructure management.
Drum rolls.
This is none other than Consa Technopolis Development Authority.
Makofi, Konza, makofi sana. Congratulations. Makofi sana.
Siku yetu muhimu, harusi yetu, uwepo wenu kitu kwetu ninyi ndugu, leo na kesho.
Harusi maua, ng'ari wanapendeza.
Leo ni furaha, shangwe na furaha.
Harusi maua, tabasamu, suti na shela.
Wacha tufurahi, sote tufurahi.
Asante. Thank you very much, Chief Guest. May I request you to take your seat so I can invite Director Korir to also come and help us with the presentation for the next category. Thank you so much, Chief Guest. May I request you to take a seat. Asante sana. Director, karibu sana. Asante. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, next category, Chelsea. Asante.
Best Digital Supply Chain Transformation of the Year Award. This award celebrates the organization that is leveraging a supply chain specific technology to change the way it does business, build new capabilities, and improve performance across several quantifiable and qualifiable metrics. The finalist deserves the Best Digital Supply Chain Transformation of the Year Award for delivering a rapid, measurable, and organization-wide shift from a fragmented manual procurement environment to a fully centralized, automated, and data-driven ecosystem. In 2025, the organization undertook a full end-to-end procure-to-pay transformation using the Scale Digital Procurement Platform. This initiative addressed long-standing challenges, including decentralized processes, extended approval delays, high PO amendment rates, poor visibility, weak supply management, and inconsistent governance.
So coming in second, or rather the first runners-up, is Athi Waterworks Development Agency. Drum rolls, please.
Makofi. Wakuje tena, wakuje mbio wakidance mbio, muda ndio huo kidogo tu, harakishe. Asante, congratulations, please. A round of applause for Athi Water once again, led by their CEO. Wako na bidii sana. Makofi for the position of runners-up. Mmefanya bidii, karibuni sana. Thank you, welcome. Asante. Once again, a round of applause for this wonderful team. Very quickly, makofi. Asante sana. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Aya, teke tutembe, tuite category. Wale wameshinda nafasi ya kwanza. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls.
So coming in first is private sector firm Galana Energies Limited. Tupigeni makofi.
Makofi, Galana Energies. Bado wako surprised. Wapigeni makofi. Bado they are still surprised. A round of applause for Galana Energies, ladies and gentlemen. Looking wonderful. Karibuni sana. Welcome on stage to receive your award and congratulations for being number 1 2025. Makofi sana. Muko surprised sana, sidio eh? You guys are very surprised. Hata hamkujua. Karibuni, makofi kwao. Asante sana.
Everyone's watching. You know it's serious. We're getting closer. This isn't over. The pressure's on. You feel it. But you got it all. Believe it. When you fold it up, oh, and if you fold it up, cause this is Africa.
A round of applause to Galana Energy, ladies and gentlemen. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much for coming and congratulations. Mwaka mpya mmeufanya na fanaka. Let's move to the next category, ladies and gentlemen. Asante. These ones were surprised a bit. Just a little bit. Asanteni sana. Let's go to the next category, ladies and gentlemen.
Team Excellence Award. This award recognizes an all-star team that consistently goes above and beyond to deliver results and going the extra mile to support their stakeholders. The finalist is not just a team, it is a cadre of dedicated certified professionals who form the backbone of the organization's operational excellence, 100% registered and licensed supply chain practitioners with the Kenya Institute of Supplies Management. The team embodies professionalism, integrity, and expertise. The team has been key in ensuring successful implementation in several projects.
So coming in first for the Team Excellence Award is Athi Waterworks Development Agency.
Makofi kwao. Hata kama mumezoea simkuwe surprised kidogo, at least. Makofi, ladies and gentlemen, to Athi Waterworks Agency once again for having a successful year 2025. Thank you. Makofi. Thank you. Congratulations once again. Naona. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, makofi kwao, makofi to the CEO, makofi to the entire agency. Congratulations once again for a fabulous year 2025. Asanteni sana. Aya, hiyo train yendo pande huo. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'd like to invite Council Member Fidel Muema to come and do the next category, tafadhali. Category inayofuata.
Best County Supply Chain Management Function of the Year. This award recognizes supply chain functions of county governments that have set the pace in public sector procurement in terms of adherence to public procurement laws and regulations and benefits to the county government. The finalist was rated well by the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, PPRA. PPRA noted that the gaps, weakness identified in the procurement processes constituted minor and administrative breaches that may have immaterial impact on the achievement of the procurement objectives of the procuring entity. This, therefore, may have had no significant impact on service delivery to the public and the achievement of the county government's mandate. Contracts were fully implemented with notable improvements in various public infrastructure and amenities within the county.
The best county supply chain management function of the year goes to Kirinyaga County Government. Tuwapigia makofi.
Makofi to Kirinyaga County. Adwa nyumba. Makofi kwao tafadhali. Hawa ndio wanajua shamra. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Kirinyaga County. Kirinyaga County wamefika. Waliambiana watavaa red, black and gold. Bas. Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana. Makofi kwao, ladies and gentlemen, please don't tire. Let's celebrate Kirinyaga County once again. Congratulations for a superb year. Asanteni sana kwa kuja. Thank you very much. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Tunaweza kutokea upande ule mwingine. Thank you very much, Kirinyaga County. Ladies and gentlemen, asante sana. Director Korir, I want to request you now to resume to your seat as I invite another guest to come and do the presentation. CEO National Housing, Mr. David Mathu. Mpigieni makofi tafadhali. Na kuomba uje hapa kwenye jukwaa utusaidie kupeana zawadi tafadhali. Please come, Bwana David Mathu, CEO Housing. Njoo karibu. Njoo. Council member Fidel Mwema will be doing the announcement who the winner is in this particular category as we listen to the citation.
Supply Chain Rising Star Award, under 35 years old. This award recognizes young upcoming supply chain management professionals under the age of 35 that have shown exemplary performance in supply chain management. The finalists deserve the Supply Chain Rising Star Award for their exemplary innovation, analytical leadership, and measurable impact in transforming procurement and contract management through data-driven decision-making. Additionally, their leadership in EGP capacity building and implementation facilitated the successful adoption and operationalization of the digital procurement system, improving efficiency, user confidence, and compliance with government digital procurement standards.
Drum rolls, ladies and gentlemen, tukisikiza mshindi au washindi ni kina nani?
Thank you, and there were 3 finalists. So I start with second runners-up for the Supply Chain Rising Star Award under 35 years of age. And it goes to Stephen Wambua Mwaiwa.
Stephen Wambua Mwaiwa, karibu sana. Makofi kwake, Rising Star of the Year. Makofi kwake, tafadhali. Asante sana. Makofi once again, congratulations. Asante sana kwa kazi nzuri. Keep up the good work, sir. Rising Star of the Year. Coming in as second runners-up.
And the first runners-up is Anne Wanjiku Ndongo. Anne
Wanjiku Ndongo.
Daktari, karibu.
Karibu, makofi kwake anapokuja jukwani tafadhali. Looking lovely in red. Congratulations for having a superb year. Coming in as fast runners-up, Supply Chain Rising Star Award, and at 35 years old. Makofi kwake tafadhali. Wonderful. Keep up the good work. Asante sana. Umefanya kazi nzuri sana mwaka huu wa 2025. Thank you. Makofi anapopokea zawadi yake na salamu ya heri njema kutoka kwa CEO David. Asante sana. Makofi tena. Thank you so much, CEO. Thank you so much to Anne. Congratulations. Asante sana. And now, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls for the winner, Supply Chain Rising Star Award, under 35 years old, 2025.
And the winner is all the way from Northeastern, Ahmed Mohamed Dair.
Ahmed Mohamed Dair. Makofi kwake. Congratulations, Ahmed. Congratulations. Makofi. QS David Matthew, the CEO of National Housing Corporation, presenting Ahmed with his trophy, the Rising Star of the Year. Asante sana, makofi and congratulations. May I now invite Council Member, Bwana CEO, bakia kidogo tu. Bwana CEO, bado tunakuhitaji. Let me now invite Council Member Enoch Kirungu, tafadhali karibia, tuweze kutoa zawadi kwa washindi wengine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the category is
the Best Supply Chain Research Paper of the Year Award, paper done in 2023 and beyond. This category demonstrates the best scholarly supply chain research paper. The paper should have been published in a journal or magazine. The finalist. The study examines the implementation of lean, agile supply chain strategies in Kenya humanitarian organizations, assessing their impact on operational performance with organizational characteristics as moderators. The objective of the study was to assess diversity, equality, and inclusion in the management of bid disputes in Kenya, content analysis of all the bid dispute cases that were heard and determined by the Public Procurement Administrative Review Board between 2011 and 2010 was conducted. In addition, the paper demonstrates that standardized templates and procedures ensures consistency, efficiency in sourcing management.
And the winner, the winners are?
The award had 3 finalists. I'll begin with the second runner-up, and that is Vincent Kwake Mtisia.
Makofi. Vincent, where are you, sir? Is Vincent here?
Vincent Kwake Mtisia.
Vincent Kikwato, are you here, sir?
Kwake.
Vincent Kwato.
Kwake.
Vincent Kwake Mutisa. If he's not here, I'll request Bwana CEO to receive on his behalf, tafadhali. CEO to CEO. Makofi. On behalf of Victor Kwake, makofi. Asante sana. Atapata zawadi yake.
Thank you. The first runner-up is Dr. Paul Nyadore, PhD.
Hey, makofi. Let's clap for Dr. Paul Nyadore. Makofi sana kwake. Dr. Paul Nyadore, PhD. Makofi sana. Thank you, CEO. Thank you so much, CEO. David Matthew. Asante sana kwa zawadi hiyo. Thank you. Asante sana, CEO National Housing Corporation, thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for being here with us. Let me now invite on stage Dr. Banda, the advisor in the office, the executive office. Oh, sorry, the winner. Yo, Bwana David CEO, tumesahau winner. Guy, makosa sana.
Yes.
Namba moja. Aki nisameni jamani. Nafikiri ni vile nataka tuende mbio alafu tukakule, si ndio eh? Poleni sana. Mshindi. Ukiitwa aki unisamee, lakini ukuwe surprised. Asante sana. Pole bwana CEO, nilikuwa nimesahau.
Now, the best supply chain research paper of the year award, the winner is Dr. Erastus Kiswili Nyile.
Makofi. Dr. Erastus, where are you, Daktari? Dr. Erastus in the house? If he's not in the house, again, I will request Chairman John Karani to receive on his behalf. Dr. Erastus Kiswili Nyile jamani. Lakini tunashukuru, asante. Pongezi and congratulations to them. Asante sana. CEO, asante sana. Let me invite now on stage Dr. Banda, the advisor, the executive office of the president, to come on stage. Asante sana, Daktari. Habari za masiku. Good to see you again. Karibu sana. Asante sana. All right, and the next category is
SCM Diversity and Inclusivity Award. This award recognizes an outstanding organization applying supply chain diversity and inclusivity. The finalist has signed up to Sustainable Development Goals. This is demonstrated by the company fully embracing SDG number 10 that seeks to reduce inequality within its workforce and externally amongst the supply base. Some of the key initiatives include sustainability target that spotlights allocation of at least 15% of procurement spent being allocated to special interest groups. 80% of the finalist supply chain senior leadership team is female. They have put in place category-specific trainings as part of capacity building of the supplier base.
drum rolls.
The Supply Chain Management Diversity and Inclusivity Award, and the winner is Safaricom.
Makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Safaricom. Makofi to Safaricom, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, leading mobile telephony service provider in the country. Asanteni. Makofi kwao. Haya, makofi kwao. Asante. Asante. Makofi. Watu wa Safaricom, simusikie tu roho ya Christmas. Mpigie simu mdosi mumshow. M-Pesa zikuje hivi haraka tu usiku wa leo tu. Simuonge na mdosi tupate M-Pesa leo kabla tutoke. After dinner. Sawa. Namba yangu ni 0723996508. Asante. Makofi to Safaricom, ladies and gentlemen. Asante sana. Thank you. Congratulations for having a fantabulous year 2025. Asanteni. Makofi kwa Daktari Banda, bakia kidogo. We still want you to award our next category winners. May I invite Council Member Jeremiah Thusi? Council Member Jeremiah, aje tafadhali. And the next category is
Women in Supply Chain Award. This award recognizes a female leader who has demonstrated excellence in the field of supply chain management. They are currently serving as the head of procurement in a reputable government agency with years of experience in public procurement and infrastructure delivery. They have consistently demonstrated ethical leadership and results-driven performance. They have also mentored professionals while also shaping future talent by supervising students pursuing CPSPK certification.
And the winner or the winners are?
We have two winners, and the first runner-up is Amina Zara Mohammed Sigad.
Congratulations, Amina. Amina, there you go. Congratulations to Amina. Makofi kwake. Thank you so much for being the woman in supply chain and coming in as fast runners-up. Makofi kwake. And the gentleman has been kind enough to escort her. Asante sana. Makofi. Congratulations. Thank you. Receiving the award from Dr. Banda, the advisor in the executive office of His Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. Asante sana.
I think about you every time. Walk on
Huyu alikuwa mgeni tu. Huyu alikuwa mgeni. Si number one. Tunataka kumtaja number one sasa hivi. Mgeni, asante sana kwa kutusindikiza. And now finally, the winner in this category, ladies and gentlemen.
And finally, the winner, number one, is Janet Langat.
Janet Langat. Is that at the water again?
Yes, at the water.
Is that at the water?
Yes.
Jamani, simsimame mpigie watu wa at the water makofi jamani, tafadhali. Hey. Wow. Makofi tafadhali, at the water. Makofi kwa at the water tafadhali. Come quick. Come quick. Kuja. Karibu, makofi kwake. Congratulations for having a fantabulous year. 2025 Women in Supply Chain Award winner, Janet Langat from Athi Water. Wamesema aende na women's. Kina dada msindikizeni tafadhali. Makofi to Janet Langat, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. God bless you. May you continue to soar and fly. The sky is the limit. Congratulations, Janet. Asante sana. Athi Water, congratulations. What a wonderful organization.
Yes.
Wanantusi, I still need you there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we announce the other winners. Dr. Banda nasema asante sana, shukran sana. Can I have DG, Director General, PPRA? Yuko?
FKIS.
Great. Haya. Makofi kwa director tafadhali. Makofi aje awasilishe zawadi. Two categories. All right, so the next category is
Best Organization Applying Sustainable Supply Chain Management Practices. This award recognizes an outstanding organization applying sustainable supply chain management practices. The finalists consistently demonstrated outstanding leadership in advancing sustainable supply chain practices, integrating environmental stewardship and social responsibility across all aspects of its operations.
And we have two winners in this category. And first runner-up is MP Shah Hospital.
MP Shah Hospital, ladies and gentlemen. Makofi to MP Shah. Congratulations, karibuni sana. Thank you for being here. Asante Makofi. Karibuni, the stage is all yours. Congratulations for wonderful work. A good job. Asanteni sana. Asante. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the winner we've all been waiting for. Drum rolls.
And the winner is NCBA Bank.
Makofi, NCBA. NCBA, are they in the house? NCBA going once. NCBA going twice. Ah, there she is. Makofi kwake tafadhali. NCBA. Thank you for making it tonight. Karibu sana. Asante.
Thank you.
Asante Makofi. Congratulations, NCBA, ladies and gentlemen, for a wonderful year. NCBA Bank, ladies and gentlemen, winner organization applying sustainable supply chain management practices in the country. Congratulations. All right, the next category is
the Best Outstanding
Supply Chain Professional Award. This award recognizes experienced procurement professionals who have demonstrated performance experience and adherence to professional standards that are living with disabilities. The finalists, currently working in the procurement department, they have a teachable spirit, open-minded and agents of positive change. In their current job, they have managed to implement the job description and set key performance indicators. They have previously been recognized as best supply chain students by KISEM, despite the disability they currently are pursuing.
And the winner is Jacqueline Aluoj Amoke.
Makofi, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Jackie Akos Amoke. Jackie, is she in the house? Is she in the house? Anybody who works with her in the house? Going once, going twice, going thrice. Let me invite Council Member Marianne to collect the award on her behalf. Makofi kwa our award winner, Jackie. Makofi kwa Jacqueline Akoth Amothe. Council Member Marianne Karanja will receive the award on her behalf. Great. Asante sana, Council Member Jeremiah. Daktari DG nakuomba bado usalie kidogo. I'd like to invite on stage CEO NGAF, Mr. Roy Sasaka, OGW, to come on stage to do the announcement. Not to present, but to do the announcement. Please do it in such a way that people get surprised. Tafadhali. Asante, CEO NGAF, Bwana Roy Sasaka. Makofi as he comes on stage. And as we listen to the next category, ladies and gentlemen.
Unsung Hero. This award is presented to an individual contributor who has gone beyond their designated role in supply chain management to carry on despite the risks and challenges. The finalists. The nature of their duties require perseverance, knowledge of the market, and flexibility. The challenges that come along with the duty require solving problems, the urge to create solutions, the joy of creating a smile on people's faces, and offer support to people in difficult situations. They are committed to making a long-term impact in the supply chain. Through their mentorship, they have also been able to mentor other professionals to achieve CPSP qualifications and championing EGP implementation within the public sector.
Thank you so much. I'm told I'm supposed to, I don't know if I'm the one who is acting surprised or the person who is winning the award. But I will be surprised as I announce the win as well. So for the unsung hero, for the KISIM unsung hero for the year 2025, and I'm surprised, that is my first showing surprise. The second runners-up is none other than Esther Washuka Mburu.
Esther Washuka Boro. Esther Washuka Makofi. If she's here in the house, oh, there she is in green. Look. Makofi kwa Esther tafadhali. Makofi. Good one. Karibu. Congratulations, Esther. Asante sana. Asante
sana. Esther, congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, for the first runners-up, for the unsung hero, I can see the excitement on your faces, is none other than Ashley Njeri Mwiruri.
Makofi. Hey. Woo. Makofi mazito. Hey, makofi jamani, makofi tusichoke. Congratulations for a job well done. Congratulations. Asante, makofi tafadhali. Asante sana, asante.
Thank you so much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, congratulations. Asanteni. Munaweza ondoka tuite number 1. Musipatane number 1 na number 2 kwa stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the winner, and you know this one, you can be anyone in the group. You didn't have to apply for this one. So anyone, you can be, just be ready. The winner for the Unsung Hero 2025 KISIM Award is none other than Nora Mogambo.
Nora Mogambo, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Hey, Nora Mogambo, ako wapi? Wait, from Athi, again?
No.
Hey, munge nishangaza.
Oh, she's crying. Let's clap for her, she comes. Wow, Nora.
From the office of General Makofi. Look at how lovely she looks in that wonderful dress. Makofi kwake tafadhali.
Amazing.
Wow. She's so surprised.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, congratulations. Oh, look at that wonderful gentleman.
Amazing.
Makofi. our unsung hero. Congratulations. Thank you. You see, when I say you act surprised, this is how. Yeah, you come, you blush, you surprise yourself, you blush again, you surprise yourself, then you receive the award. Sawa? Haya, next mukuje hivi tafadhali. Asante sana. Hey, ubarikiwe sana. Asante sana. Congratulations. Asante sana. Thank you. Mr. Roy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on stage. Let me invite CEO NGEC, Dr. Purity Ngina, to also come and surprise us with the announcements. Asante sana. Makofi kwa CEO Dr. Purity Ngina from NGEC. She'll be announcing the next category winner.
Supply Chain Leadership Excellence Award. This award is presented to an individual contributor who has gone beyond their designated role in providing outstanding leadership in the profession. The finalists are transformational supply chain leaders whose influence, innovation, and commitment to developing people have reshaped the supply chain profession across the East Africa region and beyond. Their leadership extends far beyond operational excellence and has become a catalyst for innovation and mentorship. Their leadership has also transformed procurement systems, advanced digital supply chain processes, and delivered sustainable infrastructure projects with integrity and efficiency.
And the first runners-up for this award goes to Janet Langat.
Janet, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hiyo group ni ile group. Hiyo tu. Kwani mnajituma aje kazini nyinyi? Amwendangi off? Ni job tu. Haya, akuje mshindi akuje basi. First runners up, karibu Janet. Hey, makofi. Makofi kwa Janet. Makofi. Haya, sasa DJ. Sasa unaona majamaa huko wamechoka kutembea. Wameshinda nyingi paka wamemwacha peke yake sasa. Hamumsindikizi tena? Mmechoka kushinda? Zawadi ziletwe hapo sasa. Hey. Sawa, nyinyi ndio wakubwa, nyinyi ndio boss. Igwe tutaleta zawadi huko. Asante. Congratulations to Janet, Supply Chain Leadership Excellence Award, coming in as first runners up, ladies and gentlemen. Makofi kwake. Asante sana.
And ladies and gentlemen, I know we are all eager to know who won the Leadership Excellence Awards. And this goes to Margaret Gare.
Margaret Ngare.
MC usiharibu, nimesoma hiyo jina vizuri sana. Gare.
Gare. Okay, that one.
But Margaret Ngare.
Asante, makofi. Thank you so much. Asante.
Well. Hey! What the heck is you looking for? Can I young Luo make money anymore? Shake your feet, baby, girl, and I'm on. Imagine your quarter, did you want my Luo back? What are you? Who the hell? One of you, get the hand across my face because, hey, I am unbogable, I am unbeatable, I am unsuable. So if you like my song, sing it for yourself. You over me, hey, you over me, you over me. I am unbogable, you over me.
you so much. Makofi, asante sana. Congratulations, number 1, Margaret Gare. I hope I got it right. Asante sana, congratulations. Let me invite on stage the next gentleman. Natafuta hili jina linimepotea, nimeliona. Chief Executive Officer, Anti-Counterfeit Agency, Dr. Robbie Njoroge. Please come on stage, surprise us kidogo. DG, nakuomba upumzike sasa. Asante sana. Shukrani kwa mkono wako wa heri. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Bwana CEO, nakutaka uwe hapo katikati so that F Kisim, ninaomba msamaha, please. Hey. Fellow Kisim. F Kisim. Congratulations kwake, makofi kwake. Asante sana bwana, nashukuru sana. Haya, tunataka kuingia kategori ambayo nataka nimuite bwana CEO wetu, bwana Kenneth Matiba, akuje atusurprise washindi ni kina nani. Nataka utangaze washindi na ujisurprise wewe mwenyewe, alafu na usurprise washindi.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nimron, for that opportunity. I wish to delegate with utmost humility upwards to the chairman of the KISE board, Mr. Amos Ochieng. Please come forward. And
Makofi kwa chairman KISE, Amos Ochieng is coming to surprise the winners and hopefully to surprise himself as well. Asante. Makofi as he comes on stage. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular category is for Best Performing Student, CPSPK. Best Performing Student, CPSPK. Tuko na washindi watatu, lakini chairman hapa atatueleza kuanzia watatu, wa pili hadi wa kwanza. Asante. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, kila mmoja.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second runners-up. The second runners-up, best performing student CPSPK is Njiru Annette Wawira.
Njiru Annette Wawira, where are you? Makofi kwake Njiru Annette Wawira. Please come on stage so that we can applaud you, appreciate you, and present you with a wonderful, wonderful award, a trophy, and a certificate. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Makofi kwake jameni. Look, now, gentlemen kwa ile meza, hawa sindikizi wageni, washindi. Gentlemen, mnakosea. Mnamwacha anatembea peke yake tu. Makofi kwake to this beautiful young lady, best performing student CPSPK, second runners-up. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular category had 3 finalists. Now we're going to the first runners-up.
And the first runners-up is Ruto Kelvin Kiprono.
Ruto Kelvin Kiprono. Ruto Kelvin Kiprono, makofi kwake, congratulations. Come on stage so that we can appraise you and congratulate you for a wonderful job in 2025, Best Student CPSPK. Karibu sana, makofi kwake.
You know I feel a vibe, you feel a vibe, so baby whine about it. Yeah, and I know you shy, but it's cool when we're making love. On the low, 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 on the low. Angelina, you the cool in my temperature. If you call, I go and deliver. I look for the hand never.
Asante, asante. And now finally to the winner in this category, Best Performing Student, CPSPK.
And the winner is David Iptarus Chirchir.
Makofi, Makofi, Davis, Kiptarus, Chichi, Makofi, Makofi kwake. Asante, Makofi, Makofi. Congratulations, congratulations. Anakuja amevaa nadhifu sana huyu big boy. Asante sana, kijana mtanashati, barubaru. Congratulations, keep up the good work. A wonderful year 2025. Chairman, usiondoke na kuhitaji kidogo tu kwa dakika chache tu. Asante. Asante. Thank you so much, Dr. Robin Joroge, the CEO Anti-Counterfeit Agency, for the presentation. Thank you so much. Asante sana. Congratulations, Daktari Joroge. Thank you. You may have your seat. Asante sana. Chairman, I'd like you to do the last presentation. May I ask the CEO, KISEB, Bwana Daktari Ongisa, if Daktari Ongisa, nimeambiwa, due to public demand, aje aweze kusoma washindi wetu wa leo. Kategori nyingine. This is the last category, ladies and gentlemen. This is Best Performing Students, APSK.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second runners-up Best Performing Student APSK is Lynette Kagwiria.
Congratulations, congratulations to them. Makofi kwake huyu dada anapokuja tafadhali. Congratulations. Asante. Thank you for the good work you're doing. Congratulations. Asante. We will present her with a trophy and then we will present her with a certificate at a later date. Asante sana. Congratulations. Let's clap and applaud her tafadhali for a wonderful job for being the best performing student APSK. Asante sana. Thank you, DJ. Asante, congratulations.
The best performing student APSK first runners-up is Simiu Masilin.
Simiu Masilin. Simiu Masilin. Ah, congratulations. Makofi kwake. Best performing student, APSK. Asante sana. Likewise, she will be receiving a trophy and the organizing committee will be sending a certificate later on at a later date to her. Asante sana, congratulations to her. And finally, we are awarding a last winner for the night, ladies and gentlemen.
The best performing student in APSK is Abigail Nambale.
Abigail Nambale. Makofi, Makofi kwa Abigail Nambale. Congratulations for a job well done. Best performing student, APSK. Congratulations. Asante, asante sana. Thank you, Daktari Ongisa. Nashukuru sana. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our guests, the chair, Kiseb. We say thank you as well. Asante sana. To all the guests who've been here presenting an award, those who've also been announcing awards to the winners, I'd like to say thank you. May I now request all these wonderful people to go down because I want to take you guys for dinner. All right? Finally, the time we've all been waiting for. All right, let's quickly go for dinner and then come back. Maybe chit chat, network. So sorry, it's been a little bit late, but let me start with table number. Let me start with this table. Table, your chief guest.